For half a century, Comic-Con International has been on a mission to celebrate the popular arts, emphasizing the artistry of a diverse array of genre entertainment that has often been overlooked or dismissed by the mainstream. From comics and movies to video gaming, Comic-Con has put the spotlight on the creators and fans of the best pop culture has to offer. To kick off Comic-Con week and look back on its 50 years, I'll be speaking with some of the people who know it best. Tonight, it's Comic-Con spokesperson David Glanzer.
My very first Comic-Con was in 1978, and I remember walking through the doors and not really knowing what to expect, but I had heard these great things about Comic-Con having movie posters and stuff that you could find for film, and I was a huge, and still am, a film fan. And I remember being amazed at all the stuff that I saw, but equally as amazed at all the people that were there that shared my same interest and who know, as much as I thought I knew, they knew a lot more. And they didn't care what I looked like, what my background was, nothing, just the fact that I was passionate about something. And it was fantastic. And I learned a great deal about silent movies. I learned a great deal about film noir. I learned a great deal about comic books. I learned a great deal about costuming. There were all these aspects of art, of popular art, that I didn't even know existed. And I made friends at that first show that I have to this day. And I remember I was a huge Matt Groening fan who at the time did some comic strips in the LA Weekly. And I don't know how, but I knew what he looked like. And it was back at the old Convention and Performing Arts Center, and I had just bought his book, Life in Hell. And it was these drawings of these very funny-looking rabbits, right? And I'm walking through the hall, and I see Matt sitting on these steps just by himself. I walked over and I said, Mr. Groening, can I have your autograph? And he's all, oh, sure. And he said, I'll sign the book. So I thought he was just going to write his name. Well, he drew this big Binky, which was one of the characters, and to my pal David from Matt Groening. And I was just, over the moon. And I said, why do you, I love your bunnies. I love these guys. Why don't, but I never see you really draw people. And at the time, I think I wasn't very familiar with Akbar and Jeff, which was another comic strip that he did. And he's all, oh, trust me, if you saw me draw real people, you'd know why I didn't draw real people. And fast forward a few years, and he was doing some comics, some cartoons for the Tracy Ullman Show. And if you look back at those original Simpsons, they were fantastic, but they were a little rough, But it was amazing to me that I was able to sit and meet this guy, and I was such a big fan of his. And fast forward several years later, just a couple years ago, we gave him our Icon Award, which is an award for a contribution to popular art. And it was amazing to think that I got to be on stage with him and present him this award. And he was very humble, and the same guy who was sitting on the stairs so many years beforehand who was happy to sign an autograph and an image for me.
Comic-Con kicks off Wednesday with Preview Night and continues through Sunday with its main base at the San Diego Convention Center. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.